Hello and welcome to the Source Reports, where we work to provide facts, not opinion, and also provide the source for those facts for your own research. Make sure you are following us on Instagram, liking us on Facebook, and subscribing to us on YouTube. Today we're discussing the city of Baltimore, the 7th Congressional District of Maryland, and congressional term limits. Hi, this is Joe with the Source Reports. Part of my goal in the Source Reports is to speak facts and not opinions. However, I'm going to break my own rule by stating my personal opinion that so many issues with Congress could be eliminated if we would just pass a constitutional amendment setting term limits for Congress and the Senate. It's my understanding that the Founding Fathers never intended nor even believed that anyone would ever want a lifetime of political involvement. I believe they intended for our representatives in the federal government to be just that, someone that represents you and me. Instead, we have a ruling class of individuals that have long overstayed their welcome in Washington. So there's my opinion. Now let's talk facts. Baltimore, which is the 7th Congressional District of Maryland, along with Representative Elijah Cummings, has recently been in the headlines and a lead-in topic on the various news channels. Now, it may seem that I am singling out and picking on Representative Cummings specifically. Just stick with me to the end and trust me, you will see that the corruption is on both sides of the aisle. Again, term limits. Here's a brief history of Representative Cummings. Representative Cummings graduated from the University of Maryland School of Law in 1976 and practiced law for 19 years. In 1996, Representative Cummings ran for Congress as a Democrat and won the seat with over 80% of the vote. He has held that office for 23 years. He now serves as the chairman of the Congressional Black Caucus and serves on the Transportation and Infrastructure Committee and the Committee on Oversight and Government Reform. Let's now take a look at the current state of Baltimore in the 7th Congressional District of Maryland. In a previous source report, we showed that Baltimore is number 3 on the list of the country's most violent cities. It has a poverty rate of 23.1% and an unemployment rate of 6.1%, both well above the national averages. Out of all the larger metro areas in the United States, Baltimore owns the nation's highest homicide rate with a total of 343 homicides. That is a rate of 57.8 murders per 100,000 residents. The U.S. national average is 5.7. Well, maybe we're being unfair, as we should look at the trends of those statistics over the last 23 years since Representative Cummings has been their congressman. The homicide rate has arguably never been low, and has frequently been ranked high and always above the national average over the years. And of course, Baltimore is currently the murder capital of the U.S. with more murders per capita than any other city. The same goes with the violent crime rate, and Baltimore currently sits at the number 3 position of the most violent cities in the country. The poverty rate has remained technically flat, well above the national average. Additionally, the unemployment rate has consistently been flat, save through the last recession, and significantly above the national averages. So have things gotten better for Baltimore since Representative Cummings has been in office? Has he represented Baltimore and Baltimore's needs to the federal government? Has he helped Baltimore progress and move forward? Has he helped the citizens of Baltimore become more successful, happier, and safer? I'll let you judge for yourself. So I opened this source report talking about term limits and my opinion on how it would solve so many issues with our current representatives and senators. I'm going to begin by asking this question. Have things gotten better for Representative Elijah Cummings since he's been a congressman? Well, let's take a look. Well, indeed they have. Representative Cummings has been in office for 23 years. Prior to that, he was relatively successful as a practicing attorney, but as you can see, his net worth has grown to a very healthy $2.125 million as a congressman. Having said that, Representative Cummings looks like a saint when you compare him to the richest members of Congress. And it's across the board. It's not just the D's or just the R's that are making a killing off of politics. I'm not sure how they do that on $173,000 a year. So what do you think? Do you think the term limits could eliminate some of the corruption that takes place in our current Congress? Again, I'll let you decide how you feel about that. This is Joe Bavender with the Source Reports, and those are the facts. See you soon with another objective and factual set of reports that we hope will help you better understand the world we live in. Thanks.